What's going on, guys? The tongue is back, and today I got another beer review for you. We're going to be looking at Dale's Pale Ale by Oskar Blues Brewing Company out of Longmont, Colorado, I believe. It just says, I'm pretty sure it's out of Longmont. Anyways, this one's a really good beer. I've had this one before. It's been a while. It's just a regular, just an American Pale Ale, basically. And Oskar Blues makes some of the most delicious beer you will ever find in a can. I love canned beer because no light can get to the beer. This is no exception. This is a great beer, and this was actually this was, I believe, the first beer to be a craft beer to be put in cans. And ever since these guys started doing it, a lot of other craft breweries have been using cans to put their beer in instead of bottles. And it's starting to catch on. Beer out of a can is great. I know I've said this before. All you got to do is put it in the glass. It tastes so much better. Anyways, let's read what some of the label says. It says Rocky Mountain Pale Ale, which I don't think that's a style yet, but they're trying to, them and I think one other brewery out in Colorado, I believe, they're trying to make a style called the Rocky Mountain Pale Ale, or something like that, I believe. The other brewery might be doing a different beer, but different style, but anyways, a huge, voluminously hopped mother of a pale ale. Says pack it in, pack it out, as you know, referring to the recycling here. Not much else. It is 6.5% alcohol by volume, but I was able to find a little bit more on the Untapped here. It says this voluminously hopped mother delivers a hoppy nose and assertive but balanced flavors of pale malts and citrusy floral hops from start to finish. Oskar Blues launched its canning ops in 2002, brewing and canning Dale's Pale Ale in the Lyons, Colorado brew pub. America's first craft canned mountain pale is a hearty, critically acclaimed trailblazer that changed the way craft beer fiends perceive portable beer. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this and give it a go. I'm just drinking it out of my New Belgium Globe here. Great beer glass to drink out of. Oh yeah, that's got a nice kind of amber mahogany color to it. Nice amber. It's got a good one finger head on there. Nice bits of carbonation. Like I said, it's got kind of a nice amber color to it. It's got a slightly kind of off-white head there. Nice looking. It's a nice, thick looking head. Let's go ahead and get the aroma on this. And right away, you definitely smell those kind of the floralness from the hops, very citrusy. Also kind of fruity, more of like a lighter fruits. Excuse me. More of a lighter fruits in there. Like maybe strawberries or something like that. Like just not a very heavy or dark fruit. And definitely picking up some of the malts a little bit. I'm getting kind of a sweetness from the malts even. Not just from the hops, but also a little bit of sweetness from those malts. Not really toasty at all. Just kind of slightly bready a little bit. Cheers, let's dive into this sucker. That is good. Just exactly what you expect from a pale ale, especially like an American style pale ale. It's hoppy, but it's not overly hoppy, and it's got a nice malty backbone as well to it. This one is a little bit different. It's got kind of a tartness to it, almost like a raspberry tartness, but it's not. Doesn't taste like raspberry. It just kind of has that tartness. This one, I think this one's actually been sitting in my mini fridge for a couple months now, so it could be to where it's just getting a little bit older. Why it might be tasting the way it is, but it's still it has a very unique kind of taste. It's kind of like I said, it's kind of a bit of a tartness from the malts. Definitely picking up those citrusy notes, the lemon, kind of the grapefruits and you know, things like that from the hops. Not really a whole lot of pininess. There might be a little bit of grassiness from the hops, but not like a whole lot. I'm trying to figure out what that other taste is in here. It's definitely, the hops aren't like overpowering like in an IPA or an Imperial IPA or double IPA. But the hops linger, and it's making me like, I'm moving my tongue around a lot in my mouth, and it's from those hops. But it's not like an overpowering bitterness. It's just the hops really just stay with you. They stay with you. Hey, it looks like I got a text from somebody. Anyways, I'll let that go. Yeah, it's got just kind of like the hops just stick around. Like, it's not overpowering, and they just stick around. It's quite delicious. Got a wonderful mouthfeel to it. It's borderline IPA with the hops. It's not quite as hoppy as some IPAs, but it's definitely close. This would be a good one if you're looking to get into IPAs, but you don't want something extremely hoppy. This would be a good one to, that's not quite as hoppy. It would be a good one to get into because it's not quite as hoppy as most IPAs, and it'll kind of bring you up into, you know, like this is kind of, you know, like a baby IPA. It's not quite an IPA yet. So, but once you know, if you're wanting to look into, you know, this is kind of like the stepping stone, if you will. You know, you find out what more can happen with the hops, with the bitterness. You know, this is kind of a good stepping stone up into IPAs. Is any of these type of beers, especially this one, because this one is just fantastic. Carbonation's still rising from the middle of the glass, and that head has stayed pretty good. I mean, it dissipated quickly, but it just kind of stayed there. It's just a thin ring. It's not, you know, that's pretty good. I mean, it's not as good as, you know, other beers, but you certainly would like to see a little bit more of a head all the way down. But it's got a nice thin ring still there on the head. I would probably give this one a probably about an 8.5 out of 10. It's pretty darn tasty, man. I like it. Check them out. I'll put links in the description for Oskar Blue's website. But Dale's Pale Ale, give it a try. Thanks for watching, folks, and I will see you in the next video.